Going back to console lobbies, right?
Be wary. No timeline
Season
exists
6 is
where
going to be
Magneto
insane. We're going back to Loki Luna meta.
Be wary. No
Be wary.
where Magneto yields.
No nerfs to Phoenix, Hela, or Bucky. Gene meta. No more Rocket Penny team up. Gonna be good. Nerf to Rocket. Yes. Yes. Nerf Rockets. Yeah.
It is a pleasure to see you, my dear.
I wish I could say the same, Father.
You may not be a true mutant, but you will always be welcome on Krakoa.
Thank you for the invite, but I think I will pass.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Seems we have company. I feel like myself again. You are under my protection. You cannot hurt me.
Bro, we're so cooked.
You shall not be harmed.
We're so cooked. GG's. Console lobbies.
Fate is sealed. Is a mutant.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Dude.
Now, disappearing.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. Well, look who's up to no good. Safety first. Stop that vehicle.
You are under my protection.
Now they're gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking die. Hulk is still in the game, bro.
Stop that vehicle.
Rebirth is a mutant's greatest gift.
They've made it halfway. Stop them.
Well, look who's up to no good.
You shall not be harmed.
This shield is nicely
This is now my time. No trouble.
So cold.
You need not. Our enemy has been spotted.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Double KO. Taking it all.
You are under my protection. Our enemy has been spotted. Our enemy has been spotted.
Magical.
Turn back at once.
What?
Please stop, Spider.
We got a new teammate. I think we're cooked though. Oh, what was I saying? Fist buffs. How do I honestly feel about them?
Always rise again.
I'm glad they're buffs, but I don't think they're enough.
Well, look who's up.
I think they should have changed his damage back to flat out damage.
Now or never. Stop them.
Give him 2 kicks.
A shield.
That'll be cool. And then when you hit the 4th attack, you can get. That's how you reduce the cooldown on the kick, get it back. Yeah, it could have been cool. I bubbled the wrong person. Daredevil nerfs. I think he needs more nerfs. Tried to fucking shield. I couldn't shield. Unfortunate. The AI vegetable team. But what else? Hulk buffs, good. Need more Hulk buffs. BP didn't really get buffed at all. It was just quality of life. It's not anything crazy. I'm good. I'm happy that he's getting, you know, more buffs for him to be played solo because he's just team up wrenching. The more should definitely see some maybe higher pick rate. Deadpool will be well, let's wait till we talk about Deadpool. So let's talk about the patch updates now.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Gambit nerfs needed. I still think he's gonna be top tier support, even with the nerfs.
You pick side.
Open, freedom, on, ready.
Be
I'm the hat.
Once, are you?
I'm your friend. My
Eve, I'm the bright. They call him. I am the. Make way for the King of Thieves.
I will never allow Krakoa to suffer the same fate as Genosha.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Remy Etienne LeBeau. Just because we're married don't mean you gotta protect me.
The fuck was I talking about? My bad. She got consumed by the Lord Flex.
I just can't imagine losing you, shit. And after I finally got it.
The battle starts.
I'm talking about Namor.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spidey team up. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I gotta lock in.
I suppose the shield could help.
That was good.
Blocking the whole shield thing.
I'm so locked in, bro. I can't even like talk about patch notes. Oh, what else? Invis nurse, yay. I think she'll be alright. Just won't, you know, you can actually, if you're not playing Loki Luna, assumedly, you can actually play other supports just besides them too. Shit, dude. Yeah, we just die. I know, I would triple thing. Oh, counter triple support.
They hit a checkpoint. Now
I think Invis will be alright. He's getting a cool skin. It should be alright. He's not nuked. Just lessening her already OP Rain. Underrated opinion. People like think the BP buff won't do much. In my case, you know, extra 5 damage doesn't seem like a lot, but it might. I have to see how it feels. See how it plays. Oop. I fuck you dying, dude. I'm not in that game at all. Yeah, real quick.
A shield. Perfect.
They faded halfway. Stop them.
I've got eyes on an enemy. Thank you. I've reached my full potential.
Stop them in their tracks. Clear the way.
Hey, real hard. Incoming. About time I got a shield. Should limit any damage. Hey, hitting real hard. This is real firepower.
Only 60 seconds left.
of the goddess!
10 seconds!
Lost control!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Repairs are in order. Richard's intellect will soon be under attack.
Another epic.
Let me win this shit. GG's. Love the strange buffs. Hopefully Gamma comes back after next season. I think that's really what Strange needed. Strange needed some type of movement, some type of make more exciting. They brought back his damage his one tap potential. That's pretty good for Strange. This is not my take, but a take from I forgot what it's called, the comms podcast, something like with Captain Coach and Coach Mills, right? Something like that. Forgot the other guy's name. Where his portal can be incorporated more into his kit. I think there's more potential with his portal. You could do some cool things around it, whether it's like buffs or cooldown, like that. I'll speak more about the Daredevil nerf since I really love Daredevil. He'll be fine. He won't be as strong as he was, but he'll still be strong as shit if you know how to play him, especially with other divers. If you know what you're doing, you can still get value on Daredevil. It's just gonna be a little bit more, harder to, which it should be. He needs to be nerfed. He should not be able to like fight 3 or more people by himself for more than 20 seconds and get out, come back, refresh. Shouldn't be able to do it. From a balance standpoint, it's just not fair, not fun to play against sometimes. So I agree for the nerfs. The nerf's fine. It's not enough to gutter him, but it's enough to lessen it a little bit. What else? Oh, Emma buffs. I don't think Emma needed buffs. I don't think Emma needed buffs. I think she was fine where she was at. She's still oppressive. She's still annoying to go against. But there's counterplay there. There's still is fun to be had with the character where a casual and a high-level player can enjoy Emma. I honestly think, I don't know, for me, it's just I get countered by Emma a lot on the characters I like to play. So my perspective is going to be a little bit more biased than someone who's Emma main or who is neutral. But my personal opinion is that she can be annoying to play against. And I don't think she needed those buffs. It's not that big of a buff, but to a character that's already being dominant in the lowest ranks to pro play, it's like, kind of like, did she really need those buffs? I don't think she needs any more buffs. Unless they're going to go with a rework and make her more fun to play. She's really boring to play. That's why she was the only tank that I haven't lorded. Not because she's not good, because she's just not fun to play for me. Alright. Yeah, that's about it for Emma. Cap, I'm one of the best console caps around. So, the buff is like reducing his shield throw by 2 seconds. Now, for a cap like me, who knows what the fuck I'm doing with animation kits and stuff. Right, when you hit shield cancel, and that L1 being 2 seconds less allows me to eat shadow supports even quicker. That's already quick. It's just going to be more frequent and quicker, slightly quicker. It's going to be slightly more ult charge. You can't buff cap too much. You can't buff him too much, sure, that's a problem. So I'm just happy it's a buff and not a nerf. Yeah, I'm just happy it's a buff and not a nerf. It's cool. It's not really much. Not really what I would want. What I would want for Cap is to give him like 5 more damage. Just give him 5 more damage. Just give me 5 more damage, and maybe people will start piggybacking off the space, value, cooldowns, aggro, positioning that I bring to the team. Maybe they see like, oh shit, he's got them one tap like every time. Maybe I should follow up on that. Maybe, yeah, just even if not 5 damage, 2.5. Give me like a little bit more damage. I think Cat will be fine. Give me a little bit more damage. You really don't have to tweak much with this kid. He's fine. He's not too OP. He's killable if you focus him. Coordination, comms, cooldown management, break his shield. He's counterable. There's a reason why he can't usually solo tank. He's not, you know, the end-all be-all solution. He's definitely not Cap meta. You're not banning Cap every single time. But like, as I'm saying, I'll reiterate, the shield throw is nice. For like a Cap like me, who has like a one-tap combo, who can get it pretty much every time. Or like a huge burst damage, it's very useful for me. But for the average Cap, or even someone who's really good at Cap, but not 170 or 200, whatever, 400 hours into Cap, they're not going to notice the difference, I don't think. It will be more fun. Like I said, they're still going to feel the effect of getting your ultimate faster, which ultimately is like a fourth support ult, and you're building ult in that. So you can combine it with Gambit or just anybody rushing. It's at least not a nerf. That's my final thoughts on it, and it'll help me a little bit because I'm top tier Cap. Nerf to Angela. Angela is what I say, just a better Cap. I love Angela. Was one of the best Angelas in the world on console-wise, or PlayStation-wise. And she's in a good state. Losing that 50 health will hurt, but if we like Angela's, people like, you'll pick it up. You'll adapt to it. It's not that big of a change, not that big of a nerf. I'm happy she didn't really get that nerf because I think she's in a perfect state right now. She can be quite annoying to shoot down, but she's definitely not unkillable. You just gotta have some good type of aim or coordination with your team. She's definitely not immortal. She's definitely not a game-breaking problem right now. I don't think at all. I haven't played ranked in a little minute. I played 61 hours of comp this season, more than 3 times hitting eternity this season alone. So did my fair share of comp, more of the casual modes this season. I don't think she's that broken. Slight nerf, 50. Like, I'll feel the 50 health. I'll feel it because like all I do is live and breathe this game, so I'll feel it. But everyone will adjust. She's fine. I want to see how Penny is. Like, I really feel like that removing that team up is gonna just let the true good Penny players shine. Penny's cool to play. She's fun. She's not in a bad state. Just want to see how the singleness Penny plays out, and if she's only really good in high elo in certain areas. I want to see if flank Penny's gonna be more prevalent. Whatchamacallit, I am on console, so I gotta factor that in as well. Slightly different play styles, different equipment, different frames, different setups than PC. So I'm only gonna be speaking for console. Hit scan, not really seeing nerfs. A lot of people escaped anything this patch. A lot of these people all escaped changes. They're finally leaving Sai alone, which I'm glad for. I don't play much of her. Because I'm not on DPS much. I have been because I've been getting lords if I'm on DPS. But I think Star-Lord can do a job better. She can be really fun, but I have more fun on Star-Lord. Star-Lord Gambit all busted. I'm glad they're leaving Sai alone. Blade. Now, I think he is going to be a menace this season. And I think he's also lumped into the category of Bucky and Hela. And what I mean by that is they've been receiving buffs on top of buffs. And, you know, I've seen it quite, at least console-wise, I've seen a decent amount of Bucky bans in Celeste. Sometimes high Celeste, but mostly lower mid Celeste. Decent amount of Bucky bans. I assume it's greater in GM, high GM. I'm only assuming. I've only seen it in, I can only speak for what I've played in, so that's Celeste all the way up to Eternity with one above alls. Seen a decent amount of Bucky bans. Seen a lot of Hela bans since she got those buffs. Was it 4, 4.5? Or was it this season? Was it 5? I don't know. Whichever season she got the buff on her little bird and whatever else she got. I don't know if she got anything else. Oh, the damage. Team up with Namor, she got damage, so. What I was saying is Blade is kind of being put into that category with this patch update where he's going to be able to slow you and anti-heal you, and if each different slash hits different multiple enemies, it applies for 3 seconds. Anti-heal for 3 seconds, and you're slowed if he hits you with a gun. Like, that's anti-dive, that's dual, that's frontline crumbling. I heard a good example, again, from the Clear Comms Pass podcast, I think it's called. Captain Coach on there and stuff. Him and Wolverine, him and Fist, any other dive character, that's like, brawling. Even Fan to some degree, like, it all depends on coordination. Speaking console-wise, of course. Can benefit off of someone being slowed and multiple people being anti-healed, and then you can possibly do a combo on like a support or a duelist where you slow them first and then you switch to the blade and you anti-heal and then you ult. You can possibly come up with a new, there might be new blade tech. So that's also cool. So, and you're getting more damage with the initial shot from 20 to 40, so that's going to be significant. Blades are going to be more seen. They're going to bring more value. I think this is going to make Blade better. Will he be meta? Too early to say. But I think he's definitely going to be a strong choice. It's going to be a point where you're seeing more skilled blades come out, and they'll actually bring value. Like, you'll actually be looking forward to see a blade, because they won't be seen too much. But when you do see them, you can at least be like, okay, I can go off this. Okay, they're anti-healed and slowed. We can get them. You know, coordination, teamwork, kind of. Hopefully. Maybe he'll be just like a kind of solo do-it-all, all-around counter to triple support. Hopefully, that's what he was, I think, mainly intended for. Introduce solution first character to introduce anti-heal in the game. So, good. Overall, good blade changes, I think. Loses a little bit of damage, but overall, the utility, I think, will boost his value up. Overall, good change. Already talked about Daredevil. He'll be alright. Gambit nerfs. He's my favorite support they've added into the game yet. I'm not really a healer main, not because I don't have the skill and IQ and awareness for it, but because this community makes it not fun to heal, not enjoyable to heal. Is Gambit ult obnoxious, especially with Loki? Yes. So I understand the nerfs. Now, the target... Now, I have an interesting opinion about his heal. I'm not sure if it's only going to be able to ping... Okay, it's not going to be only able to ping twice, like back and forth, no. What it means is it's only going to be able to bounce... It's going to bounce the same amount of times, but only between 2 targets. This, I don't think, is exactly a bad change. Yes, in certain situations where you want it to reach everyone, it's going to suck there. But the healing output potential, I think, ultimately be more depending on the targets and damage coming at you. Because if it's ping-ponging between two targets, depending how far they are between each other, it might heal them faster, especially coupled with your primary. He still has cleanse. He still has anti-heal, so you can be aggressive, or you can use it as defensive tool. You can use either or as aggressive or defensive tools. Either like parts of his card kit, like with a flush or draw, whatever it's called. I think he's still going to be a top tier support. His ultimate's the best in the class. Changes the game. I think he's got his base healing nerf. I have to check. I think he got his base healing nerf though. Let me check, because I want to be accurate. I don't have the patch notes pulled up, but I'll pull them up. We can talk about Hulk in a second. Yeah, Gambit. Reduce Big Easy impact hit per explosion from 25 to 15. What's Big Easy again? Am I being like dyslexic here? Like, what the fuck is the fuck is Big Easy, dude? Oh, wait. So reduce the Big Easy impact healing amount per explosion 20. That's not really a nerf. Wait, no. Wait, let me see. Big Easy impact.
Ain't looking for a fight, but ain't backing down from one neither. Just who Gambit was looking for.
And circles cage and charge, right? This is not really a nerf. It's less healing on that. That's not really a nerf. I don't even. That's not really a nerf, in my opinion. Not really. Not really. On the Big Easy part. Not really, dude. Not really a nerf at all. It's literally this, like, after you dash, it's the Big Easy impact. It's that. It's this move. I can't get my cooldown back. There we go. I'm like, it's literally that. Yeah, it's literally that. Not much of a nerf. What's that? Raging Royal Flush is the ult, right? Raging Royal Flush. Yeah, that is significant because you're getting less healing. You're gonna be able to die. Everyone's gonna be able to die quicker, which is good. I think you should have to exercise some skill when in his ult kind of broken. And yeah, I talked about this being able to bounce to two targets. That's fine. It's not really that big of a nerf. It's like, it sucks. Can't reach certain targets, but at the end of the day, you might end up getting more burst healing and charging your ult even faster. So that might, you know, be a middle ground. Yeah, Gambit's gonna be fine. Gambit's gonna be fine. And he'll be a little less stronger, but that's not exactly a bad thing. Not exactly a bad thing.
Just who Gambit was looking for.
But, Invisible Woman, she needed whatever nerf she got, and the shield restoration comes back faster, so it's kind of a, she reduces less healing behind the shield, but then the shield comes back faster, but then the health gets nerfed by 50, so they're doing a nerf buff nerf. I think that's fine for Invis and Gambit are like meta. They get banned every game. People don't want to play against it, and it's like pretty broken. So yeah, Sue, sorry, but not really sorry. You get toned back down. They need Luna to be the poster child, to be picked a lot for whatever reason. They're playing favorites. I mean, maybe it's because a lot of the casual people are appealed to, or they like Luna. So Nettie's is, going after or catering to the biggest part of the game's population, which is the casual chill. Regular, even if they're above average, they're still like, they're not, Eternity, or even let alone Celeste, even let alone maybe GM. They're catering to mostly their diamond or bronze players, because those are the most people who play the game, who spend the most money on the game, who, do a lot of the promotion on the game. So rightfully so, they should be catering to them. So I don't pick favorites over Invisible Girl and Sue. They're kind of like, Sue's a little bit more annoying, but it's whatever. Cloak and Dagger change. I don't play the character. The character's very good from a casual level to top level. As far as a console experience, and the change, I think, is gonna is raising the skill ceiling, which is good. It's also the blind on Cloak. Double blind is going to be like, the blind is annoying as shit, so double blind is going to be pretty interesting. They might be meta. They should be meta. They didn't receive really any nerfs for real. Like, they lost like a few healing on the bubble. You get an instant heal. I think it's gonna work out for C&D players. C&D players should be very, very refreshed, is the word, I guess. They're getting like slight innovation. Slight. I don't play the hero. They're cool though. Like, I definitely want a good C&D on my team if I can get one, because I just won't die. The ult makes everyone immortal. So, Rocket, I'm happy he's getting nerfed. If you've been watching me since I first started mainly playing and streaming, which was around season 2.5, even back then till now, I have disliked most of the Rockets I've run into. Chill ones are cool as fuck. The chill ones, they always have the skill. They know what they're doing. They know the full capability of the character's kit. They don't give me any problems. I don't hate the character Rocket. I hate the way a lot of people play him, and the way sort of NetEase has put him into a little box of like a heal bot and only useful for his beacon. I've always tried to mention a rework or some other cool mechanics, something you can do with him. He's never been in a, like, I want to say horrible state, besides like a few seasons ago where it's like really mid. But I'm happy he's getting nerfed, because the point I was saying in the beginning is he was the only support I cannot kill. There have been multiple times, and not just me. There have been multiple times where there's a Rocket, the only one left on the domination point or on the car, and this mother sucker is running around healing himself. Talking about this, maybe it can't just be everyone that's really bad. There's like 5, 6 people shooting at him, and he's alive for like 5 to 8 seconds. That's not, I'm not cool with that. for any character. Which is why I like, you know, as much as I love playing Daredevil and Fantastic, I will always advocate for any character to be able to die, like Rogue too, a little bit sometimes. When I know what I'm doing with Rogue, I just won't die. I can go wherever I want. So no character should just be able to be immortal against the whole team. I feel like if you're coordinating with your team and everyone's actually not dog shit and you have somewhat decent aim, you should be able to kill any support, any character in the game. But at least this is why Deadpool's gonna get crazy. We're gonna get to him in a second. But yeah, you should not be able to 1v6 stall. And that's kind of hypocritical of me saying that by playing Cap. If you break his shield, you CC Cap, he's gonna die. This motherfucker, I've seen it. I don't know how they do it. But this guy, this raccoon, has survived 1v5s, 1v6s, where he's the last one on the point, and he's just not dying, and they get a portal, and now it's a whole different fight. You know? It's cool, you know, it's fun for Rocket players, or, you know, different ranks to casuals, you know, it's fun. It's a skill expression. I'm just sharing if he didn't get nerfed, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh shit, you know, I'm deleting the game, you know, it's horrible, you know, it's not like I'm going to react like that. But I'm just saying he has at times been unkillable and it's cost us games. That's all I'm saying. So them actually nerfing it, you know, I'm happy as shit. Fuck Rockets. Not all of you, you know, the good ones. The good ones, I appreciate you, but fuck most of you guys. Because every time mostly I see a Rocket, they're either just running away and, you know, taking attention, or just sitting somewhere healing. You know, I only really appreciate them for their beacons. That's just my personal take. You know, you don't like my take? Go to another content creator. I don't know what to tell you. That's how I feel about the Rocket nerf on his wall climb speed. It's not even by that much, but it's... Thank you, NetEase, for allowing him to die. Allowing me to beat the shit out of him on Cap, and he won't get away every time. Thank you. Not that I will be stepping into rank this season. We can talk about the BP change a little more. Like, it's really a shame because, and I've heard this point so many times, how I honestly feel is like, you gotta swap. I'm sorry, mid to average or below average player support Andy, who's opposed to BP buffs. I'm sorry, dude. Game's been out for a year. If you're new, that's one thing. You got a lot to learn in general. You got to get better. You got to have a counter swap. You got to try. There's many options in the game where you can at least try. You may not succeed all the time, but eventually, you know, you get better with consistency. You need to counter swap. That's what BP is. He is a counter swap check. If you do not counter swap or coordinate to peel and eliminate him, he will dominate. That's what it is. I think it's fair because there's a reason why you aren't playing him and you're playing, you know, another hero that probably has, you know, lower skill requirement. There are characters that should be allowed skill expression, and BP was one of them. They nerfed him multiple times. You got what you wanted. It's just a shame to see such a popular, cool, fun, to an extent, character just shelved from the game, essentially, or just not using. You see really good BPs, and you usually see them, you're cooked. You know, I get that. Because, you know, your teams may not know how to counter him, may not just want to deal with him, may not just not care, maybe give up. But I'm just talking about my opinions here. I love playing BP. He could use a rework or just a redesign of his abilities, some way, some shape or form. But if you're not going to go that route, and you're going to keep him the same, and you're just going to tweak the stats, then these buffs were it's not really what I would want. What I would want for BP is you should be able to, like, and hear me out, you should be able to chain your dash even more. But then if you miss, make it like more damning some way. Like, you need to give. You need to give. You know, let's say they do counter swap and there's just really good BP and you just lose. I feel like there should be something in his kit or somebody like something in his kit that allows him to surely die. But if he truly has the skill, then he can mostly live. I think there's a solution that can be found there, a middle ground to where like, okay, if we do this, he can die. But if he also is like really, really good at the character, then it's just what it is. Because yeah, I like BP. I lorded him, and then that was in like when this skin dropped in season 2.5, and then I haven't really touched him after that because it's just so much CC, and it's kind of like you have less uptime on the spear, that big nerf, and yeah, either rework the character's kit or keep buffing him. Don't make him, I guess, keep doing tiny buffs like these until it adds up. And I don't know, casuals who can't counter swap mauled again or rage and then nerf. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with him. There's already so much dive in the game, so it's like you don't want to make him too busted because then he's gonna just stomp lower elos. He's gonna get banned again, and you'll be right back to square one. You know, it's a little bit of both. It's like, yeah, you don't want him to be busted, but also people need to learn how to stop being babies and actually try and get better at counter swap. Some people, you don't have enough time, you know, in your daily life to play the game that much. You may not even care. But there's a lot of people who do. There's some people who can get better and choose not to, and they just rather complain and, you know, be in the cesspool, the communities that they're in, whatever. Just try and get better. And if you genuinely still can't do anything against him, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Go next. I don't know what to tell you. There's not going to be a solution for every single little thing with how much NetEase is working. Not trying to create excuses for them. I'm just being real. I know BP is a hard character to balance. That's why, I keep saying, just rework him more. I don't know. You're cooked, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Talked about Namor. I don't. Really good Namor as a threat. He's really, you know, he can do some shit. Nerfing the team up was a good idea. I don't realize how much the dead squids and hella damage boost with the anti-heal on his ult can impact a certain moment, or, you know. Overall happy about the changes to him, though. Maybe I'll play him more this season. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna lord everybody, so eventually I'm gonna get around to Namor. I don't know when. Good Namor changes. He deserves, you know, to have a player base as well. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of people who've been playing Namor recently, so it's good Namor changes. Hulk, when I was lording him, wasn't in the best state. Hasn't been for a while. Having that said, I still had some of the most fun I've ever had on a character / tank I've ever had in this game or any video game. Hulk is in a spot where you can't buff him too much because he'll be too broken. But I'm getting distracted by bunny hopping here. But he's fun. He's a creative character. There's a lot you can do with Hulk. He's such a fun character to play. He's such an interesting character. Like, his kit is very, you know, interesting. It takes a lot of skill, and that's a good thing. I'm glad he's not gonna be able to be CC'd in his ult. You know, that the CC really is one of the big reasons, you know, it's a downgrade or a not really as fun to play Hulk, because you just get CC'd and you can't even fucking move or whatever. Or you damage sponge, and you get inflamed. It's saying it's throw pick, like that. So I understand You know, really good change for the CC on his ult. Can't. Well, it's not full CC. It's like a middle ground. You can't be knocked back or launched, right? That's the words. Yeah, he's immune to launch and knockback. So it's not CC, but it's forms of CC, which is in the right direction. Just true to the character fantasy. Especially when you're in his monster mode, you want to feel like the Incredible Hulk. You want to smash it. Man, I think it's in the right direction. That just the knockback and immune change, like the knockback and launch change. But Hulk's, what is it? This is, what's the gamma burst? Yeah, the clap. I'm glad that his clap is getting a reduced cooldown, because on the last patch they made it so that his clap reduces the bubble. So it kind of plays hand in hand. I'm glad. You know, that means more uptime for Hulk, more appealing, more aggressive playmaking, more duels, more battles, more taking space, tanking things. You know, he's being more of a tank, being able to survive more, less CC. You know, he's completely CC immune, and they buffed the damage on it as well, and they made his leap quicker. That is going to make Hulk way more fun. It's going to be insane for juggling. It's going to be insane for b-hopping. Maybe won't even need to b-hop. We'll find somebody's going to, like, all the Hulk mains going to come out the corners and crevices, like all the Hawkeye mains came out the corners and crevices when Hawkeye got buffed. I'm going to love to see it. You know, the leap is going to be even better. I'm glad to see Hulk buffs. He's needed it. The game almost forgot about him. And, yeah. Good Hulk changes. Not saying it's the best Hulk changes in the world, but it's definitely a decent, good step in the right direction. I will be playing more Hulk. Yeah, I already talked about Angela, I already talked about Strange, I already talked about Emma, Cap, I already talked about Blade, Daredevil, Panther, I already talked about Fists, I already talked about C&D, Gambit, Invis, Rocket. The Spider-Man Penny team up. It's whatever. I low-key think, like, if you're a really good Spider-Man, you're gonna make the most out of that shit. And it said, or Zoe said while explaining the team up, everyone in the radius gets a spider tracer on them. So even if, you know, imagine that with the ult, right? You're gonna do more damage to everyone in that little AoE area. If you ult them after, it's gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna be even more impactful than it already is, which is good. Even if you don't kill them, they're immobilized as well after taking that damage. And even if you don't have ult, just everyone having a spider tracer on them allows for more kills, it allows for more dive potential. You know, more playmaking, more value out of Spider-Man. And he's like the most popular character, with the exception of Deadpool dropping. He's the most popular character in Marvel, period. One of the most popular superheroes in the world. So you always want him to be somehow in the meta, or not in the meta, but played at least by casual and skilled people alike. Once again, reiterating, I'm glad Penny is removed from the Rocket team up. The Jeff team up, I called it. I predicted that, by the way. I don't have it recorded, but I have a witness where I predicted Deadpool would probably get a team up with Spider-Man or Jeff, or one of the mutants like Wolverine or some shit like that. But the Jeff one came true. I think that's gonna be a pretty cool team up. Not too overpowered, but a little annoying. Already Deadpool's gonna bring a bunch of fucking clutter on your screen. It's just more clutter, and does little healing. You know, he doesn't really do too much. It's just there. It's just enough to maybe keep you alive somehow. Maybe some funny moments. Glad that the more Hella team up is being nerfed. A whole 10 seconds on it, so you're really only going to use it in crucial times or with your ult. Is it a more? Nobody cared about the Torch Spider-Man team up for real. Like, it's cool, but it wasn't really. Nobody really fucking cared about it, for being honest. Slight nerf to the damage boosted runes, which is a slight nerf to triple support. Don't really think it ruins the team up at all. Doesn't really nerf Mantis or Loki at all. It's just a slight, you know. I feel like it's like more of just being like, hey, well, you know, we kind of nerfed the two most prevalent sports, kind of. So, you can shut up about that now. Not really. They really didn't do anything to Loki or Mantis. I'm glad. I think both of those heroes are in really good state. I think you could... I mean, Mantis is already, like, a problem because triple support, but I think she could use some more love, a little bit more love, more creativity with the character's kit. People were calling for a Loki nerf, and I know we were tired of Luna Loki, but Loki was fucking gutted, and everyone thought he was trash, and a lot of people were using him. You get flamed for using him, so I say he's in a better state than he was. I know it can be quite annoying to play against Loki Gambit or just Loki Invis, but hey, I'd rather him be sort of like how he always was. The player base just wasn't good enough. There were very few, you know, top Lokis, I feel like, so... He was fine, I feel like, but then when the player base got around to, you know, using him in the most efficient ways and it spread on throughout the community, that's where he became more viewed as a threat or overpowered, and it was getting quite boring to play against Loki Luna at that time in those seasons. Even I was, you know, not mainly playing it, but always I would have to have it in my back pocket. That's how meta was, like always having a Mag or Emma back then. You know, it was very strong.
Someday.
So, yeah. Yeah. Overall, W patch notes. Will a lot of the game's problems be solved because of these patch notes? No. I'm waiting on Elsa to drop. I think a lot of some of the changes they may be making here will tie in after 6.5, and then truly after 6.5 is, I think, going to make or break the game. And I've said this before, but I'm like actually like trying to be officially saying it. Like, the game's not going anywhere. People are still gonna play it. It's still gonna do well with its increase to the price pool as well. Yeah, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, for a average casual enjoyer. I'm not talking about ranked. Ranked is insufferable until you start punishing the amount of throwers or surrendering or whatever culture is going on in Marvel Rivals ranked right now. Until you fix that, I won't be seeing ranked, so I'm not really talking to ranked. You know, that's not even what most, so like 90% of the game's player base doesn't even play ranked, so I don't even have to be really talking about it. But yeah, it just seems like a band-aid. Especially prevalent in the fact that Bucky, Hela, Phoenix, Daredevil wasn't nerfed harder. So like they just had the nerf Gambit's ult a little bit and the rest of his kit was fine. But whatever. Invis changes are okay, you know, it's not really... You're not really incentivizing. You're trying to fix the problem of not having enough strategists or tank players with dropping Deadpool. About to get into Deadpool. With Deadpool, it's like, you know, this player base, it's already insanely toxic is best word to describe it. Mostly, not everyone, but a lot of people. You know, we still have people struggling on main mechanics, and you're about to introduce a whole new pool of player base who is even more new to an already established 6 seasons of a game, a year a game in. And then, unfortunately, like, there's going to be some good moments, there's going to be some fun times, there's going to be some new combos to discover with Deadpool, and, like, some new amazing fun times, but after the first 2 weeks, you know, I think it's going to get pretty toxic. Because, you know, every team's gonna have a Deadpool. Like, every team had a Gambit, and they're not gonna swap. And it's gonna be a fight. Like, normally it's a fight over when the new character releases, but with Deadpool, it's gonna be a real fight because he's very popular. And he's, once again, he's played on every role. So everyone's gonna want a piece of the pie, and that's great. That's what you want when you drop a new character. That's what you want. More people playing, more people have interactions, content, whatever. The new character, you want that. But I feel like it's gonna be to a unhealthy level to where, you know, there's gonna be a mass wave of throwers. People refusing to play just because they didn't get their pool, or because, you know, they're not, they're fucking throwing. They're just straight out there and just, you know, trying to play that pool. You know, I feel like it could create a problem. It could be hard. He could be
Pretty sure those are bad guys.
pretty hard to balance as well. I feel like he could be a balancing nightmare because, you know, it's 3 different kits. It's a lot of cooldowns, a lot of effects, a lot of new concepts or mechanics, you know, and the RPG element is also cool. Deadpool was made for me. Just how Daredevil was made for me. I said, if I wanted to play DPS, I could play Daredevil. Like, I could play Daredevil all day. Fun as shit. He's Omega broken. He can do it all. And that's kind of in line with his character. He's literally meant to break the fourth wall, break the game. And, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna shake up the game for sure, which is what he should do. But he's definitely, I think, going to be more of a problem than an overall positive to the game at first. Maybe they can fix it out. I just don't trust this player base. I know you're trying to get them. It's going to be good. You know, you're getting more people to be able to flex. You know, you could, you know, there's a lot of scenarios, positive scenarios where the community is going to, you know, make good of the release of Deadpool. You can get more people in different roles. You can get different synergies. You know, it's gonna be a lot of good. I'm not just one of those people who like to talk about the bad. I talk about the good and the bad. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right? I think he's the most complicated hero in the game, but that also makes him like one of the best so far, if not the best. Like, he's in all 3 roles, for Christ's sake. So, I love the new progression.
Double KO.
Now I gotcha.
I love the new progression. Especially since I have like a million lures and like, I don't know, a lot of points on cap. So I'm gonna be maxed out cap, and interested to see where I'm at on my other rewards. I like the animated logos. I like the more progression. I like that. Nitties, W-Nitties for that. You know, there's some goodies in the next patch, next season. Well, there's definitely a lot of things to be scared about, and I don't think the tank problem is fixed. I don't think the tank problem is fixed. Because, and I'm talking quick play, of course, or, you know, talking quick play. Because ultimately, let's be real, whatever you see a lot of times that you're losing to, when there's any coordination involved, it's going to transfer over some level to rank. Some may disagree. You know, the counter swapping may not be as intense, but from some degree, it carries over from rank. Because like a lot of people watch the big streamers, even if they're not really good, you know, some people who put time into studying the game and the game's meta and the mechanics and all that, just studying the game in general, they see what works. You know, most streamers are not idiots. They have a chat who is also dialed in, telling them, you know, this is what's meta, this is what is going on. So it ultimately all comes around. And like I said, 90% of the player base doesn't play ranked. You don't only have to strictly play ranked on this game. I'm not against anybody playing ranked or anything. You know, you do what you want. Yeah, but I'm just saying, most of the player base does not play ranked. And yeah, it's gonna trickle. A lot of the, like, just how Helena Moore, you see it a lot in quick play, triple support, you see it all the time in quick play. Case in point, a lot of people dropped out of rank, so a lot of people are in, quick play is the rank. You got a tracker. You're checking people's ranks. You know what I'm saying? It all blends. Will you see more niche and pinpoint examples in higher elos or even in lower elos, but it's because it's ranked, people are actually trying, quote unquote, trying their best, or, you know, there's bans involved? Yes, those few niche things are there, and I'm not denying, you know, there's going to be certain stuff that is more prevalent in ranked and quick play. It's just how it is. But I don't see, like, I don't like besides Strange, Hulk, maybe Fist. I have to see how it plays. I don't think it's that insane, but I think it's going to make him better. More Fist players might pick him up. We'll see how it feels. I don't think it's gonna do that much, but maybe that's just me being negative. I just don't think it's gonna do that much. But I could be wrong. Fist, I think it's still gonna be, you know, a type of weak. BP, still, like, the spear damage is nice, but they added that because they know it's not gonna make him super broken. Maybe for top tier niche BPs, it'll be, you know, you get that kill easier.
Oh, you went down pretty hard.
You know, there's, you know, change to Namor. Like I mentioned, that's good. You know, more people can play Namor individually. He's not just a team-up oriented designed character. It's more depth there. It's actually a change. Triple support's still going to be a problem. And like I've heard, NetEase is still in its infancy stage. We're only a year in. Other games have had a decade or 5 years at least, you know, sometime. You got to be patient with the dev team. This isn't the end of the world. Still going to be a bunch of fun to be had this season. I'm excited for the new map. There's going to be a new PvE mode. It's probably going to be a possibly a new other mode in 6.5. You know, they're constantly reiterating on the ideas of bringing old stuff back and revamping it. You know, we got to give them some time. You know?
Watch out, they're headed our way.
But I am scared though. I'm scared the environments may become more toxic just because of the release of Deadpool, the nature of his character / fan base. We asked what is Marvel Rivals without toxicity. You know, toxicity is in every game, every community, but it's we all know it's kind of bad here. We all know it's kind of bad here. When a slew of the content, it's mainly, you know, rage content or being toxic or complaining, you know, not constructive. There's a lot of constructive criticism on the, you know, the Rivals content creators do, you know, put their 2 cents in, try to make the game better, solutions, reworks, all that, they do. But we know the majority of the content, you know, it's not really, I feel like a lot of other game communities have better content for their games, so I'm saying. I'm not going to provide any examples, but that's just what I believe, how I feel. So I'm excited but worried. I'm going to feast the character of Deadpool. Like I said, he was made for me. I'm a flex player. I have loaded like more than half the roster. If you're like, this is your first time watching a video or, you know, live stream of mine, top like 0.1% player base, reached Eternity 3 seasons, hit it 3 times in this season. Was it 5.5 technically, going into 6? Just couldn't be bothered to continue playing ranked. Not because I don't have the skill or anything, just for my mental health, enjoyment of the game, finding out what I want my channel to be. Ranked is not in the cards for now. I also solo queued, so that might play a role. Maybe I would do strictly more ranked gameplay / ranked content if I had someone to suffer with, maybe. But yeah, I just aim to be like a really chill dude, providing Rivals commentary, Rivals gameplay. If there is like if there is like any games that you guys would want to see me play, I'm on PS5. I don't have a PC. I broke as shit. Then you can suggest them like the next stream. But yeah, it's just trying something new, giving my opinions, commentating on the state of the game, issues that I don't think are being solved but danced around, or PRing around certain characters. You know, big conceptual or just objective things that are, in my opinion, wrong with the game or make the game less fun. That's what most people play the game for. Let's be real. You know, real life can suck sometimes. So we come on the game, have a good time, create memories, have fun, you know, get better, whatever you play games for. You know, that's what it's about. So that's why I'm bringing these concepts and things up. These analyzations, analysis, whatever the words are. Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna be doing with this channel for the foreseeable future. My first time really just talking to you guys, or, you know, talking to anyone who ever may see this somehow. And, yeah. I think Deadpool's gonna be broken as shit, and that's kind of the point. I don't know how they're gonna balance him. I don't know. I don't think the majority of the community is even equipped to use a character like this. He has 3 pages for his 3 pages for his abilities to read. People just want to come in and have a good time. I feel like mostly. So.
Now I gotcha.
So it's gonna be something.
He'll be all right.
Love his character design. Love the voice acting. Love the abilities. Love the walk.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row.
Love everything Deadpool. I'm going to enjoy it so much when I do get to play him. I will be streaming it. I might be live the whole time up until the new patch is live. I've been playing in mostly PC lobbies lately. Been kind of tough. Feels like I'm still playing ranked every game.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Watch out, they're headed our way. Cracks a whip.
6 in a row. Way to go.
And stay down.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, those are my takes on Deadpool in Season 6 patch notes. And now, I could play another game. I'm kind of hungry. Throat's kind of getting dry from talking so much. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. If you... Let's see what we got here.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Open your eyes.
I'll give you team up magic.
Reality is but an illusion.
Okay. Full on strange. I could have went Thor, but I want to give them team up.
When science failed me, magic was there.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Ilyana, dear, remember you're more than welcome in the Sanctorum.
Aren't you worried about my dark side anymore, Stephen?
I am, but books and tea will teach you how to cope with it. They worked for me.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
What has Victor gotten us into this time?
Our enemies are here. Good medicine. Dark magic. I have tagged a foe.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Nothing here. Suspicious.
Never even saw the top.
I have tagged a foe. These mechanical arachnids are no more.
Let's go capture the mission area.
I don't know. I just stopped getting healed for some reason.
By the shades of the Seraphim, I return.
Yeah, I still have you on the team up though.
Living up to her name. Found some sort of spider nest. Damn it, never fall! Good medicine.
Yeah, we just die here. A good old. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, we die here, dude. I'm just gonna play mag. Fuck string, dude.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
To me.
To me.
You are under my protection.
Judge, jury, executioner!
We're absolutely cooked.
They've almost got it.
The odds are not in our favor. Fight by my side. Kinetic flame.
Keep playing. You have a winner.
Much better. Our enemy against 1,000 gods! Your attacks are futile.
Yeah, GG, bro.
Real firepower!
GG's.
Perhaps
We should give these humans good reason to hate and fear us after all.
Before you attack. Get ready.
A warrior woman such as yourself would be revered in heaven.
I appreciate that. Maybe the Fantastic Four will have to pay your home realm a visit.
It would be best to come alone. Men are not welcome where I come from.
It has been a while since I've done a
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
What have you mortals gone and done this time?
You're up, little one.
Who knows? Maybe it's not GG's.
My apologies for breaking your beacon.
Like, see how long it took for me to be healed? Yeah, GG's did. Thank you, dude. Like, holy shit, you have that rocket amp? Oh shit.
Never fail to impress me.
Control C.
I must preserve my charge.
Good. This looks just like
You need not fear.
Probably the wrong person. Fortunate.
You are welcome. Thank you. You need not fear.
This should limit any damage.
I couldn't absorb all that damage, bro.
Control lost.
I shall not be removed so easily. Fight by my side.
not a chance.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Hi there.
Secure this location at once. Many thanks.
They hitting real hard.
Tandy needs help.
Turn back at once. We must retreat.
Found us someone to fight.
Many thanks.
No, dodge it.
Thank you. I feel like myself again.
Damn it, never
Spider time!
Our enemy has been spotted. I doubt your foe will be able to hold you for long.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Oh, tokens. Yeah, Mob Zombie's also going away. I had my fun with it. It's cool. Need more PvE things. It's cool. I'm gonna go get some food.